Self-publishing allows them to be more nimble with production. Oh yeah, for sure. What might take a book company 2 years to produce, an indie author can do in 1. Part of this is prepping and promotional campaign, which YouTubers really don't need to do. I love that so much about indie. Like I can't when it comes to other people. When it comes to other people and like it has to do with my work, and I feel like I'm in a position where I'm waiting to hear from other people, like, let's go. You know what I mean? I like to get right down to business. I just want to get shit done. And when I get going, like I don't stop. I don't stop until I'm done. Like I got to keep it moving. I can't be waiting around for people. I can't be on other people's time when it's my ass that's on the line. As far as like when I say, listen, guys, I'm going to have a product and it's going to be out by such and such date. Each and every single one of my short stories is actually published on a holiday, or was published on a holiday. And I do that on purpose. It's just a little thing. It's not too deep of a meaning behind it, but it's just kind of like, it almost goes to show, like when I say I'm going to put a product out by a certain date, it's out by that certain date. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I don't drop the ball and I'm not wasting my time. I just get the job done and I do it. I don't wait around for people and I don't get permission. I don't need that shit. Big Book has distinct advantages in production, editing, marketing, and distribution. For those reasons alone, they will not become obsolete. Let me just say, with the rise of indie labels, guys, one reason why I'm kind of like a strong proponent for starting an indie label opposed to just being considered self-published is because you're kind of like building up a company. So if you're building up a company opposed to just, building up yourself, well, then that kind of gives you options to do different things. Like you could do different types of projects, like anthology projects and this and that. But also it makes it easier to kind of roll into an actual like corporation or an LLC or something like that. And then you could start taking on employees. Where Trad Pub falls down is in their sales model. In the constant quest to get the next, quote, sellable author, they're alienating more and more readers, especially men, chasing the, quote, existing market. They are very much right to market, but I have heard that. People who liked traditional literature, mostly men, have walked away from the new offerings. This is no big secret. This is the area indies can exploit because there are lots of potential readers in a market that Trad Pub thinks is a loser. It isn't, by the way. Well, in the mainstream industry's quest for diversity, they've almost kind of turned the tables, and it's become a form of discrimination for certain people. Mostly men, mostly of the more pale variety. Trad Pub has too many things going for it to go, quote, obsolete anytime soon. That being said, unless they change direction, I see them losing more and more share in the market the further they go, quote unquote, woke. And the indies that make their fortunes in that arena will be in a prime negotiating position to do much better deals with big publishers than even the people who have stuck with the Trad Pub model for a decade or more, because the indie authors own the copyright outright and already have an established fan base that will follow them regardless of who prints their books. Yeah, for sure. If indie authors really want to challenge the traditional infrastructure, they need to band together in loose federations and help promote each other's work. That will get authors noticed and bring back fans that were lost to Trad Pub. Abso-frickin-lutely. I cannot re-stress that enough. It's a community. The indie scene is a community-based thing, community-based scene. So the biggest trap I would say for any aspiring author out there who wants to become indie is to think that you are in competition with other authors who are in the indie scene. That's what people in like Trad Pub would have you believe because of the big five and whatnot. But really, it's not like that at all. The money is out there. I've seen plenty of it, trust me. And, it's just a matter of, being proactive. It's not saying kiss each other's ass. It's not saying play the tit for tat, quid pro quo game or anything like that, or be disingenuous. You can be genuine and be proactive in the scene. Really, it's just a matter of showing up. Who is showing up and showing out on a consistent basis? Not a here today, gone tomorrow, okay? Not a fly by night, buy my book, type of individual, bless your heart. I wish you all the luck in the world, but unfortunately, that's not, going to be how you get recognized in this scene. You got to be passionate. The indie scene is more for artists. People, in other words, people who enjoy the craft, just in all the aspects surrounding it. You can't be just doing this because you just want to make money. You want to do it just to make money? Okay, go trad. Go trad. Send out 3,000 query letters a year. Get twice as many rejections. I don't even know how that's mathematically possible, but you catch my drift as far as that goes. If you're in it just for the money, go trad. You know what I mean? And I don't even necessarily have anything against anyone that wants to go trad. More power to you if you want to. More power to you as far as that goes. And also, I think that there's going to be more hybrid as far as that goes. So I say, if you're going to go trad, just be careful whenever there's a contract involved, whether it's trad or indie, just be wary of contracts. Whenever you sign your name on the dotted line, it's set in stone. Okay. It becomes a legal matter at that point. So that means litigation becomes involved. If it's just something that's done on a handshake, if it's just kind of a thing that's done as like favors and stuff like that, that's different. And that's a case by case basis. And that's, getting to know people, you know what I mean, around the scene. That doesn't mean you need to have a contractual agreement each and every single time you interact with somebody or you do some work for somebody. No, that's not what it's about. The indie scene, in fact, I would almost argue that rarely ever contracts come into play when you're dealing with the indie scene. A lot of stuff is just done because it's just people who have a passion for the arts in general, and they just want to see good works come into fruition. And that's all it really is. So I'd say you definitely have to be passionate. You have to enjoy the craft and all the aspects surrounding it.